Okay, looking at our weekly task number 3 for Year 8 Maths Term 4. So starting with the same thing each time, you'll notice there's a lot of repetition of the types of questions. So starting with our area conversion, perimeter conversion diagram, so kilometres to metres, we are multiplying by 1,000, metres to centimetres multiplying by 100, centimetres to millimetres multiplying by 10, and then when we're going back the other way, we are dividing. So dividing by 1,000, dividing by 100, and dividing by 10. So then we're going to convert these ones here. So we've got 80 millimetres, we're going to convert that to centimetres, so we've got to divide by 10, which means we're going to get 8 centimetres. Here we've got 6.7 centimetres going to millimetres, that means we're going to multiply by 10, so we get 67 millimetres. Then we've got 29.4 metres, and we're going to centimetres, so we're going to multiply by 100, so that means we will get 2940 centimetres as our answer. Stating the circumference of a circle, C is equal to 2 pi r, or you can write C is equal to pi d, where r is the radius and d is the diameter. Here we've got a shape here that we want to work out the perimeter of, so we can fill in the bits that we know. We've got 3, 3, 3. If we've got 3 and 5 there, that must be 8 for this total length, and if we've got 3 and 3, that must be 6 there. So when we do our perimeter, we've got sum of sides. So we're just going to add those numbers up. So 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. And so we will get 28 metres as our answer. You do always have that other option of making the shape into one full rectangle by bringing that 5 up here and the 3 over there. So you'd have 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 as your solution there. Our area units, just like in the previous tasks, filling in the diagram. We've got kilometres squared to metres squared, we're timesing by 1,000 squared, timesing by 100 squared, timesing by 10 squared, divide by 10 squared, divide by 100 squared, divide by 1,000 squared. And you could convert those to the full number, so you could write multiplying by 1,000,000, multiplying by 10,000, or multiplying by 100 there. Converting from 68,000 metres squared to kilometres squared there. So metres squared to kilometres squared, we've got to divide by 1,000 squared. So we're going to go 68,000 divided by 1,000 squared. And so we get 0.068 kilometres squared. Here we've got 6,000 centimetres squared, so we're going to do 6,000 divided by, so centimetres squared to metres squared, let's divide by 100 squared, and we get 0.6 metres squared. Then we're stating our rules for our shapes. So we've got circle, our area is equal to pi r squared, parallelogram, base times height, trapezium is a half of a plus b times height, and the rhombus is a half xy. So we've got our circle here, so we write our a equals pi r squared, but we're given the diameter, which means our radius is 4 metres. We have to divide it by 2. So we get pi times 4 squared. So we'll do pi times, and we can just do the 4 squared on our calculator like that, and we get 50.2, and I'll round that to 7 metres squared. Then we've got a parallelogram. We've got area is equal to base times height, so we've got 7 times 2, so that will be 14 metres squared. Onto the second side, and we have those volume capacity unit conversions. So we've got 1,000 millilitres is 1 litre, 1,000 litres is 1 kilolitre, 1,000 kilolitres is 1 megalitre, 1 centimetre cubed is 1 millilitre, 1 metre cubed is 1 kilolitre. Then we've got the surface area and volume for this shape. So our volume is just going to be length times width times height, or area of base times height. So we've got our 5 would come down here. So we have 7 times 5 times 2. So that would be 70 centimetres cubed for our volume. And then our surface area is going to be 2LW plus 2WH plus 2LH. So we've got our length times width is our bottom and top of the box. So that means we've got 2 times 7 times 5. Then we've got our sides of the box here. So we've got the 5 times 2. And then we've got the front and the back. So that's where we've got 7 times 2. And we've got 2 of those. So we've got our 2 times 7 times 5 is going to give us 70. Then our 2 times 5 times 2 is going to give us 20. And 2 times 7 times 2 is going to be the 140. So then we get 70 plus 20 plus 140. Oops, 2 times 7 times 2. Sorry, not 140. 28. So we've got our 70 plus our 20 plus our 28, and that gives us 118 centimeters squared. So then we've got filling in the missing numbers for our time. Here we've got 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 52 weeks in a year, and 12 months in a year there. Converting 5:30 p.m. to 24-hour time, we're adding that 12 here, so that'll give us 17. We keep the minutes the same, and we write the H on the end. Congruent triangle codes, we've got our SSS, SAS, we've got our AAS, and our HS. Our rules for parallel lines, we've got the F rule, the U rule, and the Z rule. Now looking at which ones are congruent shapes here, we've got 3 shapes. They all have 2 sides that are the same as each other. So we've got our, and then we've got our angle there. So we need to look for the angle placement. So in these 2 shapes, the angle is between the 2 matching sides. Here it's over to the side. So these are our 2, they're congruent. So, and the rule would be SAS, because you've got the 2 matching sides and an angle between. And so then we would write our congruency statement. So triangle DEF is congruent to triangle GHI. Then we've got our Pythagoras theorem questions. So we're labeling our triangle with A, B, C. And then writing our rule, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So we've got X squared is equal to 11 squared plus 9 squared. So we're going to work that out. 11 squared plus 9 squared gives us 202. So our x is going to be the square root of 202. And we get 14.21 centimetres. And then we have our c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So 12 squared is equal to 7 squared plus x squared. So we can do that on our calculator and just do the 12 squared, take the 7 squared rather than working them out and then subtracting. And then we can just do the square root of that answer to give us what x is, which is 9.75 centimetres.